dollars to do a cleanup of it to try to help with the cleanup. Now that when you do that cleanup, you have these pretty much a big vacuum that sucks the debris in the water, because those chemicals will be there forever. They don't just dissipate. To suck them out, was it a perfect solution? No, but it did help the water quality and the quality of the fish. So that actually does happen. The EPA is involved with doing that, and that does happen in companies.
So if we can go backwards before government, he built an electric car company that should never have existed. That was successfully built another car company in the last 50 years. We have Neuralink. We talked to patient number 2 who has ALS, totally paralyzed. Has a chip in his head. He can talk to his family, experience his family, live at home, and live a much better life. We have battery storage going on. Shanghai just bought $500 million backup battery that can power their entire grid. Robotaxi is coming tomorrow to Austin. Optimus, no matter how you feel about robotics, AI, all of these things are things that he's pushing very hard. Space exploration, one of the hardest things to solve. And he has great people around whom are mission driven. So yes, the government part, I think he's not suited for. Many other things before that, by his force of will and being someone who hires great people. Obviously he didn't do it by himself. He saw Sam Bankman-Fried in a meeting in the first 10 minutes and figured out he was a fake. Those are accomplishments that we wouldn't have, certainly not have as soon without Elon.
Yeah, he is great at all that stuff that you mentioned, 100%. There's no denying. I think.
So I agree with the side of him. I agree with the side of you that there is a side of him that he's not suited for. On the whole, I'd say when people paint him with that brush you mentioned, lays this out chapter and verse. His first chapter on his childhood is brutal, but after that, it's a great read, and I'll send you a free copy if you want.
Yeah, definitely. I would read that 100%. And yeah, what I know is
his work in government, his argument with the current president. I mean, you're going to call the president a pedophile. Most people don't forget that. So, just had to walk back some of that stuff.
Yeah, how dare you call someone a pedophile? It's a pedophile. That was so wrong.
You think that Donald Trump is a pedophile?
There be accusations of it, 100%.
Oh, so if there's an accusation of something, we should then assume that the accusation is true. This era of guilty before proven, we've gotten away from innocent until proven guilty. You guys like the guilty before even going to court. An accusation is not an admission of guilt. It's not evidence of guilt. What you guys typically do is you find somebody that you don't like already, and then if there's an accusation, you weaponize the accusation. I would just say hold the same standard for everybody, and we'd probably be in a better place.
Hey, I got a bit of news flash for you, Roger. America have never, despite their rhetoric, have never been innocent until proven guilty. That's never been a thing in America.
Well, I agree in certain contexts. I mean, the whole bail situation. It's somebody's not proven guilty, and we hold them there as if they were. I agree. There's certain elements of that, but that's the spirit in which we're supposed to embrace. But now what we've done is we've just thrown out the entire spirit of it, and we're not charitable at all about. As soon as an accusation comes in, we're just on it. How many of you guys stopped watching Kevin Spacey movies because of accusations, and now that he's been exonerated, none of you guys want to even apologize to him?
Mojo, you're not wrong 100%. I agree with a lot of what you're saying there. But also, I wouldn't be shocked if the allegations against Trump are true. But you are right.
Actually, Elon did this once before. I don't know if you remember. I don't know, it's 5 or 10 years ago. We had the man who was in charge with a lot of kids, adolescents, who were caught in a cave, right? And they had to swim out. And I think the Navy SEALs, someone went to swim with each one of them to rescue them. But it was a matter of days. And they were in an area with air, and their leader taught them to breathe slowly and yoga, and somehow Elon called that guy the P word, and he was sued. Elon won in court. I don't know how, but this has already happened once before with Elon. He got a little mad because he wanted to go in and save them, and they didn't want to use his system.
Interesting. Pat in the chat says, wait, that's how ICE is handling court in the streets. Brown folks guilty until they prove they're supposed to be here. That wasn't very good English, but I get the point that you're trying to make. I would wonder, Pat, do you know what the role of ICE is supposed to be? Oh, wait.
Who